Have you ever felt trapped in a cycle where money is never enough, debts never stop, and peace seems to drift farther away each day? This video is for you. Today you're going to discover an ancient prayer, a powerful psalm that, when repeated just once a day, can completely change your reality. This isn't about empty promises. It's about awakening the divine energy that already lives within you and unlocking the flow of abundance heaven has reserved for your life. Here, you'll learn how to use your faith as a spiritual key that attracts prosperity, peace, and new opportunities. Stay until the end, because every word carries the power to transform your life from the very first day you hear it. The light of God descends upon you in this very moment, bringing peace to your mind and strength to your heart. Every word spoken with faith opens a new path in your life, where doors once stood closed. You are not here by accident. Heaven has guided you to hear this prayer. Today you will learn the power of repeating a single psalm once a day with your whole soul. This is not about magic, but about living faith. When your voice unites with the word, the spiritual universe responds. Lost money returns, debts dissolve, and abundance finds its way to you. May this prayer be your starting point toward a new life. Listen closely and let the Spirit move. Begin by saying with faith, "The Lord is my provider, I shall not want." When you repeat this phrase, fear melts away like ice beneath the sun. It doesn't matter how many times you've fallen. What matters is that you rise again in faith. Write in the comments a short phrase that declares your trust in God. Write right now, "I trust God." Every word you write is a spiritual seed that heaven sees and multiplies. You are not writing out of habit. You are declaring victory. Let your fingers become witnesses of your faith. The miracle begins when you take part with your heart. Now close your eyes and take a deep breath. Feel divine peace filling your chest and clearing your thoughts. Visualize your home overflowing with provision, your hands open to receive blessings, and your paths cleared before you. The Lord has not forgotten you. He is simply waiting for you to believe. Sometimes God's silence is the echo of the miracle already on its way. Do not be afraid. What seems like scarcity today will soon turn into abundance. The money that belongs to you will return multiplied. The divine light will open paths where there once were only doubts and worries. Repeat after me with conviction. Once a day is enough to attract the blessing. That daily consistency is what awakens heaven's hidden treasures. You don't need to force anything. Just keep your faith alive and your heart grateful. Abundance does not come from anxiety, but from trust. God works in silence, but His answers arrive with power. If you remain faithful, you will witness results that defy logic. This prayer is not a ritual. It is a covenant between you and the Creator. And with each day, with just one repetition, that covenant grows stronger. The Spirit of God moves wherever there is faith. And today, He has reached you. It doesn't matter how big your debt or worry may be. The divine power is working silently in your favor. The moment you choose to believe, the spiritual universe shifts in your direction. The blessing begins to draw near, and doors that were once closed start to open. Every prayer spoken with faith breaks an invisible chain. The money that seemed lost finds its way back. Everything that belongs to you by divine right is returning to your hands. God is never late. He arrives at the perfect time. This prayer is the key that unlocks the flow of prosperity. Now declare with conviction, "I shall not want." Those 3 words activate the promise of the psalm that changes destinies. Write this same phrase in the comments as a sign of your faith. Do it with intention, not out of routine. By writing it, you're sealing your trust in God's power. The words that come from your mouth carry life, and what you confess with your heart becomes reality. It doesn't matter what your eyes see right now. Heaven is already working. If you believe, the results will soon be visible. Do not doubt, because doubt silences miracles. Faith opens what once seemed impossible. Look within yourself and feel the divine presence surrounding your thoughts. The Lord is cleansing your path and removing every trace of scarcity. What once seemed stuck begins to move again. Where there was anxiety, there is now calm. Where there was debt, there is provision. Where there was fear, there is hope. It's in this inner silence that God speaks most clearly. Let His voice guide you. Today marks the beginning of a new season for you, one where abundance doesn't fade but grows stronger each day. Remain in this faith, and don't let the noise of the world dim your light. Every time you share this message, you sow blessings into other hearts. May this prayer multiply like a river of abundance flowing through your life. Repeat the psalm each day and trust, because the answer is already on its way. Faith is action, and your action today is to believe without seeing. If this message touched your soul, show your gratitude. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more powerful prayers. There are moments when everything seems lost, but it's precisely there that God reveals His power. He doesn't manifest in haste or noise, but in the silence of a soul that trusts. When you feel there's no way out, remember that the Lord never abandons those who wait on Him. His provision arrives at the perfect moment, not before, not after. Every tear you've shed has been counted, and every prayer has been heard. Nothing done with faith is ever wasted. Today, heaven responds to your persistence. What was scarcity yesterday is transformed into abundance today. Trust in God's perfect timing. Declare with power, God will always provide. Write this phrase in the comments and release it into the universe with gratitude. Each letter written vibrates like a living prayer. Don't take it lightly. Your words are decrees that shape reality. If you do it with faith, you'll see how money flows, debts dissolve, and peace returns to your heart. You don't need to understand how. You just need to believe. When you write, God will always provide, heaven receives it as a divine affirmation. Do it now, and watch the changes begin both inside and around you. The Lord is moving people, places, and opportunities in your favor. Those who once closed doors to you will feel compelled to help without knowing why. The money that was blocked on invisible paths begins to be released. Hands that were once empty are now filled with blessings. Where there was fear, peace arrives. Where there was need, provision appears. God never forgets those who trust in Him. Even if you can't see the result yet, the process has already begun. Divine energy is aligning everything around you. Stand firm, because the promise is being fulfilled. Nothing and no one can stop abundance when it comes from God. This prayer is not a coincidence. It's a direct answer to your petitions. Each time you listen to these words, your faith grows and doubt fades away. Don't let the world steal your hope. Live each day with the certainty that heaven sustains you. Wealth is not only material, it's also spiritual. When the mind and soul align, everything else follows. If you feel this presence, don't ignore it. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to keep receiving messages that strengthen your faith. When you pray with an open heart, heaven responds without delay. The words you repeat each day are not just sounds. They are spiritual keys that unlock the doors of divine favor. Just as the sun never forgets to rise each morning, God never forgets to fulfill His word. What you ask for in faith becomes a current moving in your favor. Today, as you listen to this prayer, financial blockages are falling away. Every invisible obstacle begins to yield before the power of your faith. The money that once seemed distant starts drawing closer, not because you chase it, but because you now attract it through pure energy and complete trust in God. Declare from your soul, divine abundance arrives now. Write these 3 words in the comments with intention and certainty. Don't do it out of habit. Do it because you feel it. Each time someone declares this phrase, heaven moves and multiplies what is spoken. Words are seeds, and yours will sprout in the fertile ground of faith. It doesn't matter if you're tired or if you've lost much. The Lord renews your strength and restores your provision. Write with faith, without fear or doubt. Every letter is an act of power. Every phrase you write is a key that opens closed doors. Feel the presence of God entering your home right now. Visualize a golden light surrounding your hands, your finances, your work, your thoughts. That light is not imagination. It is divine energy flowing toward you. Money ceases to be a problem and becomes a tool of purpose. God is teaching you to use it wisely, without attachment, without fear. Debts lose their power when your soul remembers that heaven provides without limits. Every time you breathe with gratitude, you create prosperity. You don't need to beg, only to trust. Because what is written for you, no one can take away. This prayer is transforming you from within, awakening your connection to the eternal. It's not about asking for more, but about giving thanks for what is already on its way. Live in gratitude and watch how the universe responds. Each day, a single repetition of this psalm is enough to attract miracles. God never fails. His promise is fulfilled in perfect time. Let these words be your shield and your key to abundance. If you feel this energy touching your spirit, don't let it pass. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to keep walking under the light of God. When you finish a prayer with faith, something in heaven opens. You may not see it with your eyes, but your soul can feel it. The air becomes lighter, your mind clears, and your heart fills with calm. That is the sign that God is at work. Every daily repetition of this psalm is a step toward a freer, more abundant life. No effort is ever wasted when done with love. Everything you give with sincerity will return to you multiplied. This prayer is not the end. It's the beginning of a new chapter. Trust, because peace and prosperity are already walking toward you. Write in the comments, "I receive the blessing." It's not just a phrase. It's a spiritual affirmation that seals your connection with heaven. When you write it, your faith becomes visible, your energy rises, and your soul responds. The universe hears your voice and begins to move everything in your favor. Don't be afraid to declare your faith publicly. Every word is an invisible offering that returns as blessing. What you write today becomes your testimony tomorrow. This is how the miracle begins. With a phrase, with an action, with a heart that trusts without doubt. Now give thanks in silence for what's already on its way. Visualize every debt paid, every door opened, every opportunity approaching. Feel the certainty that you are not walking alone. Angels are guiding your steps. God covers you with His grace, fills you with strength, and teaches you to use your gifts to prosper. Prosperity is not luck. It's the reflection of consistent faith. Each day, as you repeat this psalm, you nourish the seed of your abundance. The past no longer matters. Everything is renewed today. Keep your mind in peace and your heart in gratitude. This prayer marks the beginning of your new spiritual and financial life. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it with those who need hope. Be an instrument of goodness and love. Remember, once a day is enough to transform your destiny. God doesn't ask for much, only your faith and consistency. Every word spoken with love carries power. If this prayer touched your soul and you feel the change within, affirm your commitment to divine light. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to keep walking under God's eternal abundance.